Good morning, Roadrunners. Today is Monday. It's the first day of the second 6 weeks. So with that, we're starting a brand new unit in science, and we have a brand new TEK to look at today. So let's take a look at our new TEK for this week. So it's 4.6D, and it says, design a descriptive investigation to explore the effect of force on an object, such as a push or a pull, gravity, friction, or magnetism. Let's take a look at this TEK because we're not going to cover all of it today. This first part, by the end of next week, you'll be able to design a descriptive investigation. Isn't that cool? So you're going to be kind of designing your own ideas of how you would investigate certain things when it comes to force. But this week, that's not really our focus. This week, we're going to be focusing on exploring. So when we're exploring, we're just going to be kind of looking at the effects of forces on an object. And specifically, we're going to be focused on force, right? So the effect certain forces have on different objects. Now, what is a force? Well, our TEK tells us the different forces that we're going to study in 4th grade. So the different forces we're going to study in 4th grade are a push is one, a pull is a second. Another force is gravity. We have friction. And lastly, we have magnetism. So we're going to study 5 different forces and see how they affect objects. Now to do that, we'll be doing different things. So let's start talking about a couple of these different forces. I want to talk about just this force friction real quick. Now, friction is when two things kind of rub together. So everyone, whether you're at home or in class right now, everyone rub your hands together like this. Okay? What is happening to your hands the longer you rub them together? They should be getting warm, right? This is friction. You can test, like, kind of put them on your cheeks. They feel warm. The more and faster you rub them together, the more friction you're creating, and it gets warm. Friction is when two surfaces rub together, and they kind of slow things down. If you think about it, think like if you've ever been on ice, it's really slippery, right? There's not a lot of friction there because you can slip and slide around. Or even when you wash your hands with soap, right? They're kind of slippery and it's easier to wash than when they're dry like this and they kind of stick together. So friction is when two things rub together and they start slowing things down. Look at this one, a push and a pull. We do these ones all the time. I want you to think of how many times you do pushes and pulls throughout the day. So even now I'm sitting in my chair. When I need to get up, I'm going to push the chair back, right, and stand up. I can push the chair in when I'm done, or whenever I sit back down, I will pull the chair back out. We use pushes and pulls all the time. So you're going to have a discussion question after this video on the next page where you're going to be talking about different pushes and pulls you do all throughout the day. I want you to kind of take a vote on which one you think is more important, a push or a pull, and how many you do those throughout the day. We will talk about gravity and magnetism as well as we go throughout our unit. So these are all different types of forces. And forces can be measured, actually. They can be measured with this tool. This tool is called a spring scale. You've probably saw it in 3rd grade. And I'll show you how to use the spring scale if you click down and watch the next video that's down below.